This is the Board of Health meeting Thursday, June 2nd, 6 p.m. in the main use room. Hybrid meeting being recorded. Present at the meeting is Sue Braska.
Mackenzie Kane.
Compass Joe.
Alex.
Alex
White.
Wild White. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
we don't have any public. There's nobody up there.
No.
Okay, so we're just going to spend a little time finding some past minutes and going through the minutes from May 19th. We already approved the May 5th minutes with corrections, which Cindy resubmitted.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be the other one in the state.
Or do you want us to
Co-health agent? No,
Yeah.
no, I think you're the one and only
I can do the interim one if you want. Okay.
under COVID test, the first sentence. Do we want to discuss these or just want to make corrections?
No, go ahead and do whatever you need to do.
First, it's just a question on the COVID test.
Where does it say
First
this?
sentence. At the meeting, there was discussion of fine COVID.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay,
Just cover.
you have it capitalized here, in small letter there, so just to be consistent.
Is that the
Is it
19th?
capital or not? COVID capital?
Yes,
COVID is
Okay,
capital.
so-
is it the 19th?
The whole thing's capital.
It is?
No, well,
Well, because technically it's
Technically-
coronavirus, it's an acronym,
right.
or not really an acronym, but it's a,
So whatever. It's a
yeah.
science thing.
Yeah, so it's all capitals,
Tell me
right?
what to do and I'll fix it.
Okay,
Yeah, that's good. At least that's fine. COVID, yeah, it's all right. COVID.
I
That's all
think,
right.
you know how you have the SOPT, FICOC, I think you need a legend. What they are.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
With Alex's report and sign offs.
yeah, it's on the, it's
Yeah,
on the minutes,
like
it's
these
on the
here.
agenda.
Oh, like a key.
It's on the agenda, yeah.
Shout out to Two Pine.
Want to put legend on yours? If you made that COVID, is there COVID correction?
Well, you can just give me all of yours back and I kind of just.
Okay.
Put it all together.
P legend. Seaman. For example.
Are we talking about this? This key thing?
Mm-hmm.
What needs to be done to it?
Well,
Oh,
we're
for
talking
the
about
minutes?
I gotta
now.
put it on the minutes.
Like
Did the
someone were
same
to
thing with
see
that.
SO, they'd be like, oh,
Oh.
shout out to
So-
Two Pines.
Oh, I'm
you know.
looking
So the
at
minute-
the wrong
right, so
minutes.
that
Okay.
was, it's there in one format. but
Oh,
not in
okay.
the- That's
Did
the
you get
minutes,
the
it's there in the
19 one?
agenda, but not the
Yeah.
minutes.
This is May 19th.
I'll fill this one. That's me.
Oh, no, this is the agenda, not the minutes. I'm sorry, I'm having a stroke. Here you go.
Oh, you got it?
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says COVID kits, isn't it? Not funds.
What is?
So the COVID kits, are buying COVID kits, not COVID funds.
I think
Well,
we
we-
were getting. COVID
yeah,
funds to
allowed
buy
it.
COVID
Yeah, we
kits.
can't buy
COVID
funds.
kits, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, test kits. you could argue.
So that's actually part of the H&E grant.
Yeah, the
That-
amount is to be used by FY '22, which is June 30th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and just to be a little clearer.
Yeah.
Put June 30th down, because some people might not know that.
Mr. White,
How all of us are addressed.
so official. Um, Yeah. What survey? Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna change test to kit.
And it's, yeah, we'll just make our individual comments here. I don't think we need where it says tests will come in multiples of 180 with 2 test kits per test kit. I think we can get rid of that sentence. Bless you. Oh, so let's do this Friday. Well, we don't have any recreational camps, right?
Well,
Does the rec center have?
well. But I discussed this, with you. We have the hybrid one. Because we have the location of the paperwork is at the middle of town, we're right next to Mrs. Murphy's.
Wilderness experience.
Yes, but they don't, so they don't do their, they don't actually have the camp there, they have it in Westfield. So I always went through the paperwork
Yeah.
for them
Oh,
because they didn't have a location, they did that. So they have a location here, but they
Yeah.
actually don't do anything there except for the swimming, which we inspect.
so who permits them? We do or
We
Westfield?
do, we do,
Oh, we
because
do.
it's located
Oh,
there,
we
but
haven't
the
got their
actual, but
application.
what,
They haven't gotten their application.
we haven't? I don't know.
They got their
No,
own
not the
food.
pool.
No,
for
but
their
the rec
rec
for the
camp.
kids.
Now, I was pretty sure it's under, I think they're, aren't they gonna be selling it?
I didn't get it.
Oh, I don't
The only thing I
know.
got from them was.
I'm the new guy.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I thought they were under, they're looking at selling it. no?
Yeah, I did hear that, but I don't know if it's confirmed.
Well, maybe that's an issue. Maybe we better reach out to them. Can you make a note, maybe reach out to them? Because I'm pretty sure
What is it
they're
called?
thinking about
Experiential
having
camp?
it, you know?
Is that what it's called? What was so funny?
It's experimental camp.
What was it called? No, because there is a camp up in Deerfield that's called that.
Experimental camp? Yeah, no.
What is it called?
Yeah.
Wilderness experience.
Oh, wilderness experience. My apologies.
It's actually a really good camp.
Is
They
it?
like
Yeah.
teach kids how to be tough out in the
Westfield,
wild.
because we were putting it, Westfield would inspect the actual place where they have the kids.
The facility.
Yeah, which is in Westfield.
Or is it
District.
primitive, like
It's in their-
adventure?
It's in the person's backyard, the owner's
Mm.
backyard, which, you know, if they change its hands, they won't be having it there,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So ask them if they're running their camp this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, please.
Sorry about that.
It's not you, it's just
No,
funny.
it is me. It is.
Like you go to summer camp to experiment.
Well, no, like a science experiment camp. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I did those.
That's not where I went, but yeah, you're
Where'd
right.
you go?
No, I mean,
Oh.
I did sports camp,
Okay.
but, you don't know, it's fun. It's
Okay.
just, it's funny to me. I'm really tired
No, it's
too.
okay. You're doing
went today?
great. You're doing
Yes,
great.
yes, I did.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Should make a note that our new member Jessica Baldiga has not sworn in yet, and hopefully will be at our next meeting.
Remember, what did I have to do to get sworn in? Did you get sworn in? No, 'cause you
Oh, I
weren't
got
elected.
sworn in.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they
Okay.
sat down, yeah.
Oh, I
It's
went
not much.
downstairs,
Just
sat
sign
right,
it. Just sign the book with them,
scribbled. Yeah.
You know,
You have to put your hand up. You have to put it on a Bible?
Yeah,
No.
when I was
No,
in the
no,
Bible,
no,
Just raise your hand.
just my right
Oh,
hand.
okay.
That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
You did it?
Can you do
Did
it
get
whenever you want?
reelected that year?
Huh?
Yeah.
You can do it whatever you want?
just make an appointment with it, just tell them, I mean, yeah, you can
Call
go
them
in.
up. Whatever you
Why?
want, email them, whatever.
Have-
Did you not have this one?
No, I did. I just don't, it's obviously a repressed memory.
It was so quick. It takes what, 3 seconds?
Yeah, okay.
It's just- it's
And then
nothing.
you get a booklet of all the
Oh,
ethics
okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay. Very good. Well, names.
Now, you know, these minutes, I know Jean's not on the board anymore, but she was on the board when we did these minutes. Should she be signing them?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that she.
If she
handed.
approved them when,
What's the rule?
I don't know the real
I
one.
don't think some boards sign the minutes.
Yeah, I don't
I
think,
think we do.
I think
but
it's
don't
just a
think- I mean,
formality.
It's been our policy, but I don't think there's a requirement that boards sign it.
just having a record keeping. You know?
So here, Tom, your name's.
Because everything's stated in there, you know? What?
Probably because you went through an experiment. I can't-
Won't let that go. Got it. Gotta do the.
Can we talk, Tom, while you're doing that? You want?
Yes. so
You can,
talk about
okay.
it.
You have an update on COVID numbers? Anyone?
I do. It's just from Valerie Bird,
Okay,
116 new cases for the month of May.
that's finishes the whole month.
Mhm. Only 30 of those individuals are unvaccinated. And 8 of those individuals are under 18 years old. And 32 individuals are over 60 years old,
And the
according to
number- And the
Valerie.
number, of course, is higher because of all the.
These numbers are not even, they're
Yeah, I know. I know.
just,
Any
PCR and
hospitalizations? Do we know if there's any
some
hospitalizations?
I have not reached out to the local hospitals in order to. I mean, I can. You want me
no,
no.
no.
to? Don't, all right. Okay.
Would that be on Maven? Because remember, Kate Johnson used to have
What?
having hospitalizations.
Well, you can, when you do a contact tracing,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
but you did
ask,
contact tracing, that's right.
yeah, you can ask them if they've been hospitalized, and then you
Right.
hit the little administrative tab that they've been
Okay.
hospitalized. When was it? What were you treated for? Was it for this primary reason or secondary, you know? Stuff.
Well, we're on this Mary Thomas that we're on the shared service agreements with for COVID. Is since it's June, she would give us the numbers and put it in chart form, so we could put it on the website.
Basically
Okay,
publishes
okay.
their numbers every week.
Well,
Yeah, they put it like on the news.
But she's been doing it every month for us because it's nice graphics. You've seen it. She started in like March for the 3 towns that are involved with the grant.
So here's the question, Valerie, we are paying her out of the nurses line item.
I believe so, yes.
So for
yes,
this coming fiscal year, remember how we cut that line item
Yes,
to
5,000,
1,000?
right? 'cause
Well,
we were
1,000
gonna have
because
a
it was
yeah,
every
we're
nurse.
gonna have nurse, yeah.
So if need be, could you pay her through the nurse?
like we
Yeah.
did right now.
No, if we don't have it, if we don't get any applicants for
You mean
the
for
grant,
the,
I mean, with the grant
for
money
the
she's talking
grant,
about, right,
right.
Sue?
Right, yeah.
I would think that would be an allowable expense if she's doing it.
Do you have the budget there in front of you to
Yeah,
tell us
because
how
we
much?
have money for, there was money for
tell us how
$9,000
much
for
money we have in
COVID,
the,
COVID
item?
related,
Here it
and
is.
that's definitely COVID related. So yeah, Sue, I think you're right. Could do that.
So the nurse right now, we have $293 out of the 3,000. We have 293
Yeah.
left, to last us the end of the.
So I believe, yeah, we could probably check with the MDPH.
well, for that position, or to see whether or not you can take that money and apply it to like,
Yeah, because she's doing COVID. I mean, even besides that, if you look at the line item for the contract, it was $9,000 for COVID related
Yeah.
expenses, and that certainly qualifies. She's doing,
So you're saying
doing
maybe,
time, she's basically
so I
doing the
can't,
maintenance.
yeah, I can
Okay.
contact the state and see what we can do from there.
Yeah, if we can pay her out of that, because our line, like I said, our nurse, we put it down. to
Hopefully they
1,000.
don't say, oh, she's gotta be the public health nurse.
Well, find out. And if we-
She's all we have.
Yeah.
How did, I know I'm jumping ahead, but
Yeah, we're jumping, that's
how
good.
did, all your inquiries?
My inquiries went well. I actually just came from the Massachusetts, the UMass Amherst, Career Services Outreach event. Tom said hello. And they posted those job descriptions under the School of Public Health, and then they shared it out to the College of Natural Sciences, or School of Nursing, I'm sorry. And I reached out to the School of Natural Science, College of Natural Science, no, College of Nursing, what am I saying? And I haven't heard back from them, but I know that Cindy was mentioning reaching out to Western New England.
Yeah,
Elms.
reach out to all of them, 'cause they all have new grads, so.
Yeah.
Are you
So
Do
is
we
teaching-
want a
Are
new
you still
grad?
teaching at the Elms too?
Oh, can be.
Yes.
I coordinate all of the nursing students.
Oh, can I send you 2 job postings?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Do we want a new grad to do this job?
Sure, why
We don't
not?
have, we don't have anybody.
Okay.
Well, the best candidate, yeah, absolutely.
Here's the thing. When they first graduate, they have 0 critical thinking skills.
Oh, really?
I mean, yes, I
man.
teach them, so yes. I don't really, I've never worked in public health, so I don't really know the scope of practice, but maybe it is something a new grad could do.
Yeah, and they can go out to other health departments and they can learn on the field and stuff like that. They can get trainings online with the Massachusetts Institute of Public Health, with the Boston, the BU school.
Would we have anybody
yeah.
to train them initially, though?
If you think Westfield or Agawam would be amenable to help them?
Health departments?
No, they're nurses there.
Then-
They have school, let's see, there, yeah, the school nurses run to the health department, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a possibility, yeah.
Absolutely.
And actually Westfield too would be an option, because the school nurses run to the health department at Westfield, which
Mm.
isn't always the case.
I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have any applicants yet, but
0.
0.
Solid. Then yes, I will put the plug in.
Word, let's do it. Oh my gosh, I'm
Just
writing
have-
your name
We
down.
just have to make sure that we can get them some support. And
That's
guidance and-
the
What they need to do.
barrier I find is that
Yeah.
they graduate with deer in headlights because they're not prepared to be a nurse when they graduate school. And the first year of them, at least being an inpatient nurse is like a lot of hand holding,
Well,
but they
yeah,
can't kill anybody.
they're gonna do
so-
great at the Southwood Board of Health. You know it. Yeah.
And I don't really know public health nurse, how do you, what they even,
I don't
Oh,
even know what they do either.
So
So
much. Oh my God, they do so much stuff. I mean, they do patient outreach, they can provide vaccinations, so we have a standing order.
They even, yeah.
I mean, you name it, they do it, emergency
They would help with
preparedness.
Any foodborne illness investigations.
Oh.
Don't forget, we're talking
Those
6
too.
towns here, not just ours.
Right.
So nurse would be busy, nurse and a half would be busy.
okay, another thing, Alex had mentioned to me that he would be prepared to transition to be the administrator of the nursing grant, to take over from Tammy.
Mhm.
Is that still the case?
Yeah,
I know we had voted before to have Tammy be our administrator, so now we could vote to have Alex take that over, and we invited Tammy to the meeting, but she couldn't attend tonight,
okay,
to talk to her and tell her that, so therefore we would write an email and explain it to her that Alex is ready to take over, and for her to please submit her hours.
her invoice. Yeah. Okay.
The,
Sounds
you know, the
great.
dates she worked, what she did, her hours, so that we can pay her. So make a motion that we Alex as the administrator now.
Okay, I'll second that motion.
Okay, and I'm in favor too, so
Mackenzie Kane, yes.
Sue Brosky, yes.
Well, that was easy.
So Alex, do you want me to draft her an email?
Yes, sure.
Or
Whatever
not.
works for you, Madam
Okay,
Chair.
what was the last?
Communication?
Correspondence you had with her.
Yeah.
Well, she sent me a notification about the DPH beaching notification.
Beaching?
The beach.
She had to do
testing.
stuff with the beach, the water levels, the
testing, yeah.
feces, the geese or something. Last year, remember? Had to go out in a rowboat and,
Well, Tom does that. Tom will have to show Alex how to do that, because Tom did that for,
yeah, but I vividly remember her last year talking about the,
that's right. she
Going
had to
out
pull-
and
pull the
the-
rowboat out.
yeah, I had to
Right.
get the thing across the
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah, drag it across.
It's a good work.
Yeah, she did a good workout.
All
Get
right,
the second disc.
Okay, so,
See the clarity. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
you want to do what, the beach or draft the email?
I could draft the email. I could send it to you if you want that.
Okay, because it should come from us.
Yeah.
And how soon would you do that?
As soon as you want me to.
Okay,
When's a good time?
I mean, it only has to be 3 sentences. We voted to make
Yeah.
Alex the
Yes,
thing. Thank you for all your
yeah,
help.
well, just
Please
that
submit
Alex
an
is now-
invoice
Alex
immediately.
is now up to
Yeah.
speed and wants to take over the, no, so we voted and
You're out.
she needs to submit. So Alex will draft the letter and then
I'll hopefully get it to you
he'll
by
send it to me,
Wednesday.
send it to Mackenzie, send it to
Perfect.
Tom, and then we'll get it out by next week.
Love it.
So if you have any comments, then comment right away so we can get it out. But do you want the dates that she worked on the grant?
Yeah.
The time that she worked on the grant on those dates and
Right.
what was accomplished, what she had done.
Right. Okay.
Brief summary of handover.
So.
Do you want like a report? Like, oh, this is what I did. This is.
Well, on the invoice, I want a really
Oh, invoice.
itemized invoice.
Is there a template for that or she sends?
She
that to us?
had one. Cause what,
She talked about something.
yeah, she talked
She-
about
This,
it.
she did 11 hours and this was back. Cindy, were you on the board when we had the meeting with Tammy?
I've never met him.
No.
I only started. in March.
Any idea, remember Tom, how far back that was?
What?
When Tammy joined us at our Zoom meeting and she said she had put in 11 hours.
She was on the screen, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long ago. It was
March,
almost
April?
right before you started.
Yeah, when did you come on board?
March.
Yeah,
It's
we meet
probably in
Yeah.
the
March.
minutes somewhere. but- Okay,
I can Look for it.
all right, so we're gonna get that so you can,
All right, and hopefully I'll get that to you by Wednesday. Is that okay? Or sooner? Whenever. I'll
whenever,
get
as
it.
soon
Yeah.
as you can do it.
Yeah, okay.
Or I can draft it up, whatever you want.
Yeah,
I'll-
we'll talk.
Okay. Was that the question I asked? Okay, and so we have an account now, account number for the nursing grant money? We have an account? You said?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep, Laura just confirmed it with us. So we used it for posting of the nurse
description.
job
Yeah,
description
yeah,
for the nurses. So Cindy, where was that to the reminder?
What?
The
We
job
would post
posting.
the
the
job
nurse?
posting.
Where did we post it?
Yeah.
With MHOA and the Westfield News. Their paper,
The reminder?
the reminder.
Great.
the line item for the nursing grant, for the money, is there a separate one for the administrator? Are there two line items? One for the nurse, one for administering,
No, I think it's all. in there.
it's all out of one?
You mean on the application or here?
For
Here,
like-
so the money we got from
We'll
the
have to
state,
ask Laura. No, I don't believe so. Yeah.
I think she only
I don't
created
think
one.
she's-
it's only
Yeah,
one
Yeah,
lump
we're
you
sum?
gonna have to split it up, right? We're gonna have to.
And then we
Of course,
just
didn't
put
have
it on
others
there.
to pull that out of, so it really hasn't been a striking need. In other words, when we hire a nurse, a half-time nurse, and they would, she'd be able to cut,
Right.
separate.
For some reason, I thought that so much of that out is allocated to administration and supplies and all that.
Oh, I got some supplies, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it printed like this. If you wanted to take a look, it's mostly just like cleaning and like office supplies. I would be interested in you, as a nurse, I think you would know what exactly we're looking for when it comes to the public health nurse and what their materials are, like blood glucose, device,
A
a
glucometer.
glucometer.
Yeah, we need one of those. Can you
Yep.
get one?
Uh,
Okay,
I
great.
mean,
Only if
it's-
they can quality control
Sure they can.
Okay. I mean, just like other like medical stuff that I don't,
Yep.
Like a blood pressure pump.
Yes.
yeah,
Just
you know,
make a
stuff like
thermometer.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blood
right,
pressure.
exactly.
Get the
Well, we got that.
it. How about, what do you do with the laptop?
Oh, you got him a backpack? That's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, I got a few different options if you wanted to pick,
Yeah.
and then I can order two or something.
Oh, these aren't ordered. These are just.
Oh, no,
this.
these are just in the
Oh.
cart, yeah. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Get a laptop out of this too? or
I
first
thought there
person?
was a laptop, Tom. Was there a laptop for a public health nurse already?
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And then cell phones, how do we go about doing that?
It was through a contract, a company. Tammy always talked about that she had a cell phone through.
Verizon?
No. No, it was,
The Hampton County Health Coalition, we
Yes.
have one, but that would just be for you, but I don't, that's not.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
don't-
gonna be able to use that. for
I
this.
don't, exactly, I don't think we can do that, yeah.
So we're gonna have to, that would be a.
But
separate-
would she use her own personal phone and we would pay so much a month?
That's, those are
Give her
good
a
questions, and
stipend.
those are something that we need to work out.
I rather want to get,
I
The
would
supplies.
not, if I was her, or the person, give out my personal cell phone to
No.
anybody in this town.
yeah, okay.
And we got 3 towns too.
Or 6 towns, yeah.
And you know,
Cause then people call you in the middle of the night because they have your number and be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I would have to probably coordinate with Jim about that, right? And just do it that way. If they already order phones through the town, then, they would technically be, because they're based here as
Yeah,
as
they're
a host
technically an employee,
agency.
that's right, they're an employee.
So I would get in contact with Jim to see what kind of phones plans are the best out there. And come up with, if they have a payment agreement, whatever the monthly amount is. So if that's
But-
something you want me to
But
do.
we don't want to get the phones yet though, right? Or do we?
Right, I mean, it depends, we can get the phones if they're good to go, and then we can activate paying for the cellular data.
Yeah.
Once
You
we
have to
get
buy the
someone.
phones regardless, so you might as well buy the phones and then you don't activate the
Right,
plan until. That way it's not like, oh, the person started and she's gotta use her personal cell phone.
right.
So, okay, and then you said we do have a laptop.
Questionable.
Question mark?
You mean,
For this,
no, we haven't purchased one yet, but there's in the budget
okay,
for the,
so we need to
we
look into
certainly
that.
could purchase that, absolutely.
Okay, and I'm
Alex
ordering
has
two?
one. Yeah, yeah.
Am I ordering
Yes,
two
yeah,
laptops?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is
And by
there,
the way,
does she
Tammy
have
came-
any record of where she was gonna buy these equipment, the laptop from, or
Who's in charge of like the IT stuff and
Jim?
ask him, maybe they have a vendor.
They probably have a
purchase stuff from.
contract, yeah, with a vendor.
Okay.
By the way, just Tammy was at the meeting in February 17th. 11 hours approved.
So on the grant, it says office supplies, $1,200. That list is just about 1,000. Jeremy from the state was telling me I can do a revision form just to spend the allocated amount a little bit more. Laptop computer I have at 1,600.
Phew.
You could probably do better than that.
Well, we have to see
Price
what Jim
wise.
does. We probably have a-
Yeah.
Yeah, and then cell phone, $800. Training, $2,000 for conferences and applicable training. Travel allowance of 3,600 for work-related travel. So I can, and then we got $9,000 for the COVID test that we can order as well from the state. But we're also getting 1,800 COVID tests free from the state by mid-June. I filled out the surveys, so the town or Southwick was getting it.
We're gonna get that free.
Yes.
Oh,
So
free.
I don't know if you want me to order them of more of the eye health individual tests that come in as a test kit with 2, if we're already getting free
That's
tests.
why, yeah, we're getting free.
Well,
So-
the thing is with the COVID money.
But
we-
you
we
gotta spend it by the
by-
30th, so yeah, go hard.
Oh, okay.
Go
Because
hard,
go
okay.
harder, it's gonna go to somebody
Well,
else.
something we should think about though, is how we're gonna disperse them. 'Cause it's, you know, that's a question people are gonna be asking, who gets them, and
Yeah.
why. You know, when we got that first allocation, wasn't that many.
Mhm.
This is a lot more, correct, Alex?
Yeah, 1,800,
Yeah.
and so each test has 2, so,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, what we could do possibly is make sure that the town is functional, so base it off of departments, and then,
Which we did the last time, that's what we did.
and
And
was
we
that
got the
successful?
Police, fire.
Was
And
that
then first
achievable?
come,
Town
and
hall.
Then the rest of the public, first come, first serve.
Yes. I mean, I just don't know how
Except
else
they'd
we
have to
can
be-
do it.
They'd be coming in here.
Well, they can call, they can, email. They can come in.
Maybe if it went that way, I'd probably think about having it more than one date though, until you know, just have so many in a certain date, because everybody, like, if you can't make it that date, you can't come in and get it.
Well, we hold another vaccination clinic, we can also just distribute it that means too. If we do like a mobile vaccine unit.
But
for the
what I'm
state.
saying, my point is that if you have a first come, first serve only once, then they're certainly gonna be taking them out. But a lot of people, let's say they're on vacation or they're working and stuff.
Well,
So
did you guys
I would have
limit
more
it
than one.
before?
No, we distribute,
Well, why don't we
distributed
limit
it.
it? Why don't we just limit how many we give out to an individual?
That's another option too, yeah.
Give out only 2 boxes. per
Because
person.
that's what the US government does, right?
That's what my friend in Chicopee, when she's go to the police station, they give her 2 boxes. In the police station.
Yeah.
They
Distributed.
keep track of.
Unless they have a
getting it.
bigger family, then
No,
we'll be.
I don't think
equitable
so,
in that
no.
regard.
But I would still have more than one date to allow other people that may not be able to make that if it's first come, first serve.
Yes, exactly. Host
Yeah.
like blocks of time, 2-hour blocks of time. We're giving out COVID tests.
until
First
we
come,
run
first
out, right,
serve,
until
2
we run
boxes
out.
per household.
But
Yeah,
just to
we're
give
giving
other
out-
people an opportunity.
Are we advertising this?
Mm,
I don't know how we can not.
Because I feel like it's so widely available right now that people
Yeah.
have the stockpile. And I rather
The
want to.
schools send home the kids with
Yeah.
them
Oh.
every week.
Exactly, yeah, right.
One of my coworkers has just a stack of them. She's like, "You need one?" Because the
Right.
school's just.
Right.
And then
It has
now
changed a
you can
lot.
get what,
Can't we just
8?
on the board out here, just write free COVID tests, 2 per household?
Yeah,
Free
You just
COVID
have people
kits,
roll up
That's
and
fine.
if they
2
need them.
kids per household.
right.
But
You just
they-
gotta let people know where that's gonna be and someone to monitor that,
Select board,
you know? No.
no?
No,
Oh,
I don't think, no, I don't think they would want that.
Alright.
Could be the Board of Health. it could be, but
all right. Inspections office. There you go. Good. I mean, you can also
distribute
get free, what was it, 8 COVID tests through your insurance too, a month, right?
8 a month?
I think
Haven't
so.
heard that.
Isn't that what
That
they-
seems excessive.
yeah, I haven't
You
heard
know?
that, but I haven't heard
Oh.
that. Not everybody's got insurance.
Right, so again, the equitability piece, we would focus on those individuals who need those, so food pantries, I don't know.
Can't
if
we
you
just
have-
hand them out during your office hours? Like, if someone comes in and they
Sure,
need to, you know what I
septic
mean?
line.
Yeah, 2 per household. Here you go.
You're gonna have to be there to do it, 'cause Karen's
Absolutely,
busy.
you'll be there.
Oh, yeah, that would be,
But
yeah,
Oh,
then
you do
depending
that.
on what kind of a crowd.
That's on
you
her.
get.
You know, we'd have to find out when Cindy's working
Yeah, I would like to make a set day schedule. so I
and
can
put
get
it,
yours.
put it on the
That'd be
sign
great.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Free
kits,
COVID
2
test, 2 per
household,
house.
And when to pick them up.
see you never. Because it's not like 80 people are gonna go up and be like, "Oh,
Right,
got free
it's not
COVID
like
tests."
it-
And you're like, no.
It's not like it was,
Yeah.
6 months, 8 months.
But the other thing that they said in the communication is that they are going to be expiring in September. But there is a 3-month extension to the shelf life there, so it's good until the end of the year.
And why do they just put the end of the
So all the
year?
rules are made up and the points don't matter.
Well, no, the FDA came out
Whose line
saying
is it anyway?
that it's it still has its potency and it's still effective based on the sensitivity and the specificity. And so with that determination, they have said that it's extended
Mhm.
an additional 3 months.
So would we have to tell them that when we give it to them?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can put like a little sticky note,
Okay,
all 818.
that's a lot,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because they have an expiration date on the package.
On the
That's right.
package.
Yeah. So now it's 3 months later.
Yeah.
Everything that says is actually.
That's what it said in the communication.
So,
Next.
You're not getting all this, are you?
No, well, yeah. You don't want me to?
Who cares? We have the
I
money.
mean, it's. I
We gotta
s-
use it
I
or
gotta
you lose
spend it.
Yeah, I
What do we
added,
need the headset for?
because so they can talk and be, do.
With the microphone.
We might as well get them.
Zoom calls,
Yeah,
you know, trainings online.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
earbuds are expensive.
Interactive clicking. you
yeah.
know?
So I gave Laura that contract a long time ago. So she has all that same contract.
Yeah.
And she knows that. That's the money's coming.
I added the laptops ×2 on the bottom, but you wrote that down somewhere else, and the glucometer and the blood pressure cuff. It needs to be like a manual blood pressure cuff,
Manual.
yes.
Okay.
not one of those like rinky dink ones you put on your wrist, because those aren't.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
the-
It's
the
gotta be
real ones,
professional, right,
yes.
it's gotta be hospital grade, whatever.
Okay. Now,
Um,
where do I order that from? Is that
You
like a
can get off
McKesson?
Amazon.
Is that like a
What
McKesson?
about
order?
uniforms?
Uniforms? Oh, she's got the
I don't
person
know.
that's where
No,
you,
we're
Just
not.
asking.
Lab coats.
Uniforms?
We get lab coats.
or just
Paper.
Is that a
Oh,
thing?
That's a
no,
uniform.
it's
Paper
not a
lab
thing.
coats. Well, wait till we get the
Clogs?
person.
We don't buy their clogs for them. No. Just like professional looking scrubs, yeah.
Okay.
But we don't, what if they're a 3X, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we wouldn't know
Yeah,
what
so
to
we're not
buy
gonna
them.
get them. I mean, if we have to get lab, I would say lab coats or something. Or they might have their own scrubs.
All right.
I mean, at the hospital, we have to buy.
Do
our
nurses
own.
wear
Oh, you
lab
do?
coats?
Yeah, we don't, they can buy
Public
their
health
own.
nurses?
No, like mid-levels will, like nurse practitioners and PAs wear them, but I mean, it's preference, I guess. Anybody could wear them.
The hospital supplies lab coats, but not scrubs.
Correct.
Oh,
Are they supposed to wear scrubs? For
I
us?
know,
I,
I would rather
No,
want
I
them to
don't
be
think so.
comfortable, you know, and go out in the community without,
Okay.
you know, I don't know.
I
Because
think
I
we do.
don't think I've ever seen a public health nurse wear. a lab coat. Except maybe like Ann Becker once. but, you know.
But when they're doing functions and stuff, they're giving out vaccines and stuff like that, they're usually dressed.
They do.
Yeah.
okay, well, they'll get their own scrubs, just like we do.
Okay,
Yeah.
scrubs.
Okay.
What color?
No, they're gonna buy their
They're
own,
getting their own.
yes.
whatever color their heart desires
You're
is
gonna
fine.
scratch that out.
As long as they look professional
Absolutely.
and they're not in like Cookie Monster PJ pants,
No,
I
what's wrong
don't
with that?
care.
No, I'm kidding. Am I missing anything?
Yeah, the blank one.
Oh, yeah. Keep
Um,
that.
Also, probably write down a first aid kit if there's,
Yes.
you know, just like a basic first aid
Yeah,
kit.
×2.
Because if they're going into people's houses or whatever, doing a wellness check, just good to have.
Do they need like a stethoscope or anything like that, or? is that
That's something they would have their own. Yeah.
something there? Okay, good.
now the glucometers, when you buy those, you have to buy all everything else separate. You know, the pincher,
Yep. Well, depends.
does it come in the first kit?
Like a
We'll
freestyle.
worry about that later then.
It comes all separate.
Yeah. That's how the,
We can buy it off Amazon.
why don't we just get it through like McKesson?
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
get
like,
through McKesson, it's,
yeah,
it's
Like a medical
big-
I
supply?
can try to get
There's-
an
there's a
account
big
for
head
us.
there
Do we
with
have an
first aid
account
kit.
with McKesson
I'm
here?
not sure.
We'll get one. Okay,
Yeah, medical supplies.
yeah. And then, are we doing vaccination clinics our own, or we're not doing that with the public owners? Yeah,
Long
Well,
term,
we
yes,
just did one, right? not
but
too
we
long
didn't
ago.
host it.
No,
like town, like we
Okay.
have a standing order and everything, and we. No,
no.
but are we interested in having our own? So we would buy our own vaccines do the reimbursement process, and then people are all set. And then we would,
Should we wait till we get a nurse?
yes, but I'm saying I could do the work ahead of time. So like,
I
will
think
Commonwealth
long
and
term,
Medicine-
yes,
yeah, okay.
because
I would work in conjunction with a senior center though.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Mhm.
so we do it. The senior center, they can be like, oh, Board of Health can, can we do a clinic? They can do it right down there.
Because usually the
Yeah.
senior center does it and the Board of Health assists.
Right.
What do you mean? So they have their own standing order and their own
No, they
vaccine
don't have a
ordering?
standing
no,
order.
we use their real estate. That's all it is. We use their real estate. But we are not liable for the vaccines. We're not liable for the injectors. We're not,
You mean like they get their own vendors to come in?
Yes, right.
Okay,
we
You
use
have to call
outside
and make an
vendors and we
appointment.
use
They
their
know how
real
many people
estate.
are coming.
That's
But
all.
I'm saying we would be our own vendor.
Correct. So
Okay.
that way we're not at the discretion of, what was the people that we used? I don't remember the company. What is it?
Is it curative?
Curative, yeah. And they
For
said, well, we
testing.
can only do these dates and this time and, oh, we don't have any availability. Just kidding, we can't come.
Right.
That way we're not at that discretion.
Right.
Town of Southwick, Board of Health, hosting a
Yeah.
flu,
People love that.
yes. Long term,
Long term,
once we
Get a nurse.
secure.
we'll get a nurse.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
you're
something
talking
in the
about
future.
a flu vaccine. not
Flu,
COVID.
vaccine, Shingrix, whatever you get.
Pneumonia,
Pneumonia.
they love it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get them at CVS,
Right, see, that's the
Walgreens.
difference between
And,
this town.
You know, when we
other
had
ones.
flus before vaccine, it was a waste
But
of.
we could do
Right.
it at schools, we could do it, wherever.
Okay.
It wouldn't just be for Southwick, it would be open to anyone. It would be to people by Connecticut, Westfield, Avalon, Westfield, West Springfield, all those.
Or to get a nurse, you can always try one and see how it
Yeah,
goes.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's what- yeah,
Mhm.
Look
Yeah.
at, we weren't that successful getting a PCR test.
That's
Remember
right.
we
How many
had
people
sponsored
came? One?
Yeah,
So
One
you test
person
yourself?
came?
Yeah.
no, I didn't, yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, you did it with curative, right?
yes.
It's funny, we
One
did
person came.
curative and Deerfield, we done a lot of people.
But how long ago was it?
But, well, we started, I told you about that.
Was this before they had all the home tests?
What do you mean?
We did ours once that we had our, once all the home testing was available too. It's a little
Right.
different when they didn't have the home testing and they only had PCR testing.
Well, I advertise like crazy, going to businesses, putting flyers up, town website, robocalls, trying to find every option for reach.
Public outreach, yeah, we
Yeah.
don't, we didn't.
Yeah. Did you guys do? that?
No.
Oh,
I think the company did robocalls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a
probably.
website, stuff like that, but
Okay,
we're not, I don't think we had. the
long
same-
term, got it.
yeah, anything more on the nursing? The big thing now is to just take over as administrator
Okay,
and then order what you need to order.
sure. And I'll talk with Laura and we'll get everything all set. And I'll send you like a last version for what I'm ordering.
Hmm.
Is that okay?
Yeah, to Mackenzie and I.
Kenzie? you sure?
Yep, I'm good. Spend all of it.
Okay, got it.
So
Great.
you got my approval.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's 189K. I mean,
That's what I mean. It's
We
free
gotta-
money and if we don't use it, we're not,
we gotta
it's
give
going
it
to
back.
somebody else.
All
So
right.
Yeah, there's something I was gonna ask, but I forgot what it was now. Okay,
next,
you're in the inspector's report between you and Tom.
You wanna go
Yeah.
first, Tom?
It was actually mostly, he's been doing most of it,
okay.
yeah.
Want to talk about millions?
Oh, I know what I asked you.
It's not even on here.
Our budget. We should be getting some paperwork to see if there's anything we need to carry over, like if we have any outstanding bills that we haven't paid, and we need to carry it over, so it's paid in July after the new fiscal year, but they don't take it out of the new fiscal budget, they take it out of the previous budget. So have we got any paperwork sent on that?
What else does he have? Rather than-
I got nothing.
Do you wanna, just check
What do we
downstairs?
usually have?
Well, say for example, Tom works 2 weeks, the end of June, but he doesn't submit his bill until July. We don't want it taken out of the July budget, because as the new budget starts, we want it to be taken out of the previous year's budget if we worked. Or if we have any supplies that we ordered in June or whatever, and we haven't got the bill yet. We're gonna get the bill probably in July, then we want it taken out of the June budget, things like that.
Would you situate that once we get the bill? And then
No,
just
for
tell
some
Laura?
reason, they need to know ahead of time
Oh, okay.
how
I didn't
much
know
to
that.
carry over. So Cindy or Alex, if you want to just ask Laura how that all works in case
Sure.
we have anything like that.
All right, we'll do that.
Otherwise, we just hope that we have everything taken care of in July, June, I
Yeah,
mean.
sure.
Okay, health director's report.
Yeah, did 4 pool inspections. Wow. I got 3 of them here. Do you guys want to know the details of that, or should I just say
Did,
that?
did they all pass or any that? any that
All
were
except
for?
one. All passed.
And that was Lakeview, Lakewood.
Here's my findings. The report.
I'm gonna just,
Yeah.
maybe,
So we have a reinspection coming up. So hopefully I'm gonna work my schedule to try to fit them in beginning of next week. Because they want to open up the pool.
Lakewood's gonna do all they have to do by then.
Apparently they're ready to go.
Who's Lakewood? Is this like a living community?
I think it's in apartments.
Oh, okay.
Just before the Connecticut line.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
Grove
yeah, yeah,
Road,
okay.
Passed
Right
on.
before the
Yeah.
Connecticut line.
So you want to just mention what the problem was at Lakewood?
Yeah, so didn't pass the water clarity test. And just paint chipping on the pool. No contrast tape with the stairs. Those are just pretty much the major ones. So just off of that, I if it's not clear, I can't.
Great.
Yes.
Septic, oh, we did quite a bit. 2 sign-offs, 4 Stagecoach Road, 427 College Highway.
Stagecoach Road, is that new?
No,
Repair.
repair.
Where is Stagecoach Road?
Where is it?
Yeah. Where's?
The
you know where it is,
Who
Tom?
doesn't live here?
You know where that is?
Suffolk has a lot of roads, and I'm familiar with it, but I can't remember.
When you say
everything
sign-
Where it is.
Oh, it's a really nice,
It's,
you go that,
Is it off of?
It's off
it's
South
a
Long
really
Yard?
nice,
it's on Meadow Lane.
Oh,
off
it's
of
up there.
Hillside Road.
it's really
Hey,
nice, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So do you, I think I brought this up before. Do you remember way back?
Oh,
30
is it
years
this big,
ago.
nice one at the end?
You got it.
Very nice.
Like 30 years ago, they used to have a town map with all the roads and stuff on it. Who's like in charge of,
Google Maps.
Who's in
well,
charge of-
actually it used to be a regular paper map. you
Right.
know,
Is that the
with all the
planner?
Towns on it.
Who's in
Streets
charge
on
of the
it.
maps?
Yeah.
The city planner?
The city, he would have maps, but it's.
GIS,
I guess you
assessors?
said
I
It's a
know.
little bit becoming obsolete
Yeah.
because of everybody's got a cell phone that's got Google Maps on it and stuff.
Yeah, but I like to have a nice, they're all right
Like
there in
that?
front of you.
Yeah, but how in the world would you go up to that and be like, oh, there's Stagecoach
No,
Road?
no, it was like this, a map, you could fold it up. Okay.
I'm here for 40 years.
But we did have one that had, and I think the fire department it gave us one that had, it was alphabetized. And it said where you went, what road was off of. You went so many miles, it's 2.5 miles, because they would go into a fire, and that was very helpful.
Hmm.
So I think we still could find one of those,
Yeah.
but there's already so many roads that have changed. There's been how many new roads
Yeah, I know.
just since
Yeah.
last year now.
Okay, so you say sign off, and then you approve their septic plan.
Yeah,
Okay,
For
okay.
construction.
All right, go ahead.
427 College Highway. Did perks, I think All three, 20 Gable View Road, 3 Shat Bar, 25 Lexington Circle repairs. Morton Binding, 2 were done for new per repair for 129 Feeding Hills Road. Final inspection, 77 Foster Road. Tom, you did 4 Pinnacle,
Yes, that was just a D-box.
and that was a plastic one, right?
Mhm.
That's pretty cool. 4 Stagecoach Road for the final installment inspection, and then 2 COCs for 2 Honeyberg Road and 5 Tammy Lane. I don't know if you want to mention about the enforcement letter, Tom.
This is the former like Freedom Bank.
Freedom and Keeping.
Keep across from
DPW.
Suburban.
Yeah, Key.
He never had a Title V. And they're looking for, I think it's going to be a dentist office. So we sent a notification out to him that he's to get a Title V inspection.
Okay.
We haven't got a return receipt yet, though. But it's for
Certified mail receipt?
664 College Highway.
No,
Hmm.
it's weird. Housing, we did a drive-by. Well, I did a inspection in person at 80 Bungalow Road. Had a complaint forwarded from the senior center. And I went there, had my findings. Called back just to follow up what time when Valley Services would go out. I have tried to call her back, the homeowner, to no avail. Phone
Are
is
they
not
still alive?
connected. Phone is not connected. I did reach out to Cindy, and she said that she reached out to Highland Valley Services, and they're trying to.
How did you get pictures of the inside of their house?
I went there in person.
Yeah.
That's the housing
He didn't
inspection.
break in. He
Oh,
went-
so
she let
so
him
you
in.
went with the owner.
She let him in. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
that's what I'm
went
saying.
with-
Like,
I went
was
with
there a
Kyle
dead body
Scott.
in there?
Yeah,
I went
he
with-
made an appointment with. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of
No, I
bottles
went-
of vodka.
I went with Kyle Scott, the building commissioner, and
So you were able to call her and make an appointment then?
Yeah.
But
well,
now,
beforehand, yeah,
but now she's not answering the phone.
because the phone's disconnected. And there were phone issues before she was telling me. But I got word from Cindy that she is in Cindy Sullivan, Senior Center Director, that there's still communication between Highland Valley Services and the homeowner to try to get everything resolved, to get the trash removed, and to get the phone working. So
Is this an elderly person?
the individual is over the age of 65. Yes.
Is that elderly?
I
Yes.
don't know.
Sure is.
Food?
Any questions about so far? No, okay.
No.
Food, mobile food unit inspection, went fine. Reviewing food applications, this is the big one. Thank you, Cindy. It's getting bigger and
So we
bigger.
found some new ones.
Thank you.
What? It's bigger? That ain't good.
I was using the list that was left for me, and then it was not right. So when he asked me to get all the applications that did, so we could send out an email to them, it was left that did not.
Yeah, because I was just like, no, wait a minute, I'm missing.
Okay, very good.
But Doc's Tavern turned theirs in, which is good. I just called just to confirm. Is it Doc's Tavern or is it Edgewood? The name.
Is that it?
Edgewood's the golf course. Doc's Tavern is leased out as a restaurant.
Okay, so. it
So
would
Edgewood
have to be-
technically doesn't have anything to.
That's right. Okay, so it would be a new folder for Doc's Tavern, or, yeah. And then
At
they're
one
good to
point,
go.
Edgewood did run that restaurant
Oh, they
years
did.
ago,
Okay,
and then they started to lease it out.
great.
Now, how does it, do they do like breakfasts and lunches? Do they do you know? Is it like the other one, like it used to be?
Yeah, I know they for sure do lunch and dinner. I don't,
So they do afternoon? Just wondering, 'cause they-
yeah,
they're not
I've
open
had
yet.
dinner before there. It's actually really good.
They haven't started serving it. though.
No, not yet. Okay.
But I don't know the totality of it, to be honest.
All right.
Okay,
So just reviewing the food applications, I mean, this list is, wow. And I don't really know, you know, if you want me to call them up and just, or have me do an inspection.
Like
And
the
see what's
American
going
Inn, like their kitchen needs
Yeah.
to submit
Yes, they
something,
have a
okay.
public- They have a kitchen there, yeah. It's
Oh,
been
like a
there for years.
cafeteria, okay. The cottages, that's a part of,
the American
Has
Inn.
anyone
American
called
Inn.
though? I'm curious now. Has anyone called during this time before me,
Yes,
these
yes,
establishments?
Jessica did.
And we
all
know
these
that she
places.
did?
She said she did.
Okay.
I didn't-
Well, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
So Franklin House is closed, correct?
That
You
is,
take-
that is true.
take
God, if
Franklin
it's
House
not, it
out.
should be.
Yeah, take Franklin House out.
I think
What's
the cottages in-
Hilltop Cafe? I never heard of that one either.
Yeah, that.
Is that even open? Is that?
Yeah, it's, they really don't serve food. They're more of
Was
a
that that little
bar, yeah.
I
It's
thought
right,
that-
it's right
by
next to the
Lakeland?
bar shop. It's a little bit up from the bar shop.
If they sell,
Oh,
if they sell
Okay.
alcohol, aren't they supposed to sell food,
Well-
some kind of food with it?
That, it's long been a discussion about that, but they did, when I was there, they did serve
peanuts?
chips and stuff. Yeah, I mean, so that's
Peanuts.
food. There's nothing that says you have to have a 3-course meal.
Right.
So that's always been, so they can put bags of chips out there. So those places did, and not just them, but other places that have a liquor license. But the American Inn is the cottages, I think. That's
the
same thing.
cottages, yeah, I thought the
Yes.
cottages
That's the
were
same
like
thing.
the
Or the
assisted
American
living
There's one
or the
side.
independent living.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think the cottages are the houses around.
Okay, so the American and cottages are the same.
Yeah, it's not the American Inn anymore, I guess,
You
right?
see that out?
I don't think that.
No, it's
I don't
not.
think
It's
the
called
American Inn
something
is-
else,
That was taken over.
right? They went bankrupt.
Who am I crossing?
The cottages and the American Inn. put it in
And
one.
Franklin House.
The Franklin
Franklin
House
House
is
is
definitely gone.
gone.
Okay.
Um,
Della Terra, where's that?
I tried to look them up online and I couldn't find it.
You know where, because they don't exist. It used to be where that, right on the curve, right before Shell. It was like an Italian place.
Oh, okay,
It's
so
now
not
like a
Shell.
refurbished furniture
Okay.
place.
So
Bruschettas,
that's-
old bruschettas.
Yeah, it used to be the old bruschettas,
I think when they first
Yeah.
opened, they were
Oh.
bruschettas, yeah.
Yeah.
across from the cemetery.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
so,
this list is getting better.
so we can cross out Della
Yeah,
Terra.
but that's not 163 Vining Hill Road.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you're right. I have no idea what that is then.
Why don't I just call
Maybe that
everyone?
was their.
Yeah.
I'll call everyone. I'm just gonna call
That
everyone.
was just the address on the application.
But, we've already done that and
You should go
this
in
is,
there.
this is June.
Yeah, I think we
and they
need to
haven't
show up.
paid. People, some of these haven't paid yet. So
okay, well,
I
the
would-
Southwick Town Beach would be
Yeah,
no
right,
pay,
But
but they
they
still
probably
need
weren't
a
open.
permit.
They probably weren't open during COVID, right?
Right, well, maybe they were, but the Southwick Town Beach is, they don't pay.
Right, but they still should have an
Right.
application. you
Are
know.
they planning to be open this year?
Talk to Cindy, I believe they are.
Who?
In South
Cindy,
Palm Beach?
yeah.
They're like never open. I feel like they've been open in years.
Oh, Palm Beach? Well, I didn't think they were open during COVID, but I could be wrong. about that.
Even before
Where
that.
you would know. So, remember it being open? Last summer before?
I remember, when was Tammy talking about?
Tammy was doing poop specimens, so
Oh,
it
she
must,
was, so-
E. coli, she was doing E. coli
Yeah, so
So they must
levels.
have been open last
Must
summer.
have been
Yes.
open. So,
Last
yeah,
summer.
that needs to be, okay.
Yeah, 163 Vining Hill is a residence.
So is this a bed and breakfast or a cottage kitchen?
Maybe it's
What?
just they put their,
Yeah, it's probably their
163
home
Vining Hill.
I
address.
don't know.
because they were affiliated with Black Rabbit.
Well,
That's
don't
on
know.
North, that's on,
That's North.
North Loomis.
Loomis.
Yeah, they have their
that's
release
not
there.
163, yeah.
So maybe they put their address in their.
Black Rabbit,
Delaterra had something about Black Rabbit on there.
Oh, is that where, maybe that's
Using-
where
he
he
was using
tried
his
to get,
kitchen?
yes. Okay,
Is it a food truck?
I don't know what. they-
As
I
Black
tried to
Rabbit,
Google them, and I-
they sell,
no, they're out of business.
Do they-
They
are the signs
haven't
still there
submitted
and
an
everything?
application, yeah, they're.
Black Rabbit?
What is Black Rabbit? I've never heard
it
of
was
that.
at- It's on
It's on
North
North
Loomis.
Loomis.
It
It's
was
a
brewery,
restaurant?
It was
Oh, it's a
it was
winery?
What do they serve?
they served brewed beer. It was a brewery. It was a special permit brewery.
Okay.
for an
And they have
agricultural,
food?
because they had limited, when I was there, they were just starting up and they were, they didn't really have any food. They just had beer. They were selling beer.
So you see what I would
Brewing.
do, and I know you don't have a lot of time, I would go to these places and say, can I see your 2022 food permit?
Well, why don't you do a
283
food
South
inspection?
I do an inspection, yeah, and ask for the permit.
But what, I may ask, what are we doing about fining for these people?
What did we hear back from the attorney?
We haven't heard back from the attorney yet.
It's not a good attorney.
Let him
So I
just-
mean, so Alex goes and does an inspection, and they don't
Okay,
have their permit, so what is he gonna do then?
Would we rather,
Unless you have something from the board being stringed, that he's gonna go out there, and he's gonna say, where's your food permit? And he's gonna say, well, we don't have it.
and
Oh,
he
What
said-
is
here's your
what is he gonna do
application.
then?
there you go.
What?
Oh, maybe you could just go with the application and
Here's your
say,
Yeah, that's what I've
application.
done before in the
Oh,
they had
past,
the
and it
money.
works every single time,
Yeah.
and I get it.
hey,
right
you know,
there.
we see that you're 6 months delinquent. Could you please fill this out and cut me a check right now?
Yes,
And don't even threaten a fine.
Yeah,
I don't
just tell
know.
ask for the.
And so, because some
manager.
people are
You
gonna,
want me to handle it?
I think
Yes.
that's, I mean, you can do what you want, but I think that's bad. I think it's a bad precedent for all the people that did do it right, and all the other.
Oh,
places
'cause they're
that
not
But
didn't
being
do it
listen,
right.
it's already 6 months into the year. We haven't got anything back from the attorney. We don't know what we're gonna do for fines.
Well, what is the fine right now? And I will go ahead and ensure that the late fine is being
Oh,
paid.
probably
It was 450, 300 and
So you
150.
want, so I will go ahead and say the late fee is $450.
Okay, well, that'd be okay with that. I mean, that would make sense.
great.
But
So
they
cut
shouldn't-
me a
they
check plus
shouldn't-
450.
Right, if they,
But
'cause
where is
one
that
person
written?
did
Do
it,
we have that in the minutes?
it's in our
It's in our
regulations.
regulations.
remember, it was $50 a week for the first 3 weeks. And then a maximum fine under the non-criminal disposition 21D was $300. That's what we get we talked about this before.
Wow.
It was 300 and 150
So $50 a week?
for first 3 weeks of January, if they haven't paid by then. And then it extended, and we never got that far before. We never went beyond that. People paid by then. So it was never challenged.
Correct. So it's only an issue if somebody challenges it. So show up with the application, say, hello, this is the fee, add 450 to that. I will take a check right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Or you can go pay it cash at the town hall. Do we take cash?
I'm not.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
it's-
No,
treasurer.
you don't take
The
cash.
And you know
treasurer
what?
collected it.
The treasurer.
They're getting a deal
Yeah.
at 450.
They
You have to
are.
pull out these regs.
Gene wanted to whack them for like 2,800.
Well, they are getting a deal, but the fact is also that they haven't.
Because the fine is gonna be not more than 500, so it could go up to 400.
And there's also a finding that you can fine up to $1,000 a day, you know.
That's correct.
So that's our plan. Let's implement
Let's
it.
do
Yeah,
it. And
I
if,
like that.
and if there's a lack
I
of
like that.
compliance, then we'll do the.
Then we get into issues
Then
with
we'll do the
lawyers and stuff.
Let's see what happens when they
distribution.
don't, when they
Okay.
don't.
So take the regulations with you to show them that it could be
I
actually
get a copy
500
of
plus
them?
100.
Yeah, Sue, will you leave that out so we can take a copy of it?
Pretty good.
What?
The
Regulations.
regulations.
You have it right, you have it in your office.
I do?
You have all the regulations. That bound book.
All right, just show me this, the sections. And then
Yeah, and then
I'll
read 'em.
photocopy it.
Well, that's the one I've been talking to Ben Coyle.
Yeah, but I'll photocopy it and bring it with me. Just in
You can
case.
give them
Yes.
a copy of it too. Yeah, show, look it over with them and show them.
Yeah.
that's the
And then take the
regulations.
applications.
Yeah.
Because honestly, 90% of them are going to be so embarrassed, they're just going to do it.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be the 10% that says, no, I'm not doing that. Then you say,
They
well,
will go-
according to regulation, we can fine you up to $1,000. So it's
Yeah,
either you do
then-
this
yeah,
now.
The people that
Yeah.
won't do this after this, that's
Right.
a real problem.
We got
If they
issues.
say yes, I agree. That's
But
fair.
the majority of them are going to be horrified.
Yeah.
And they're going to just
Especially
do it
if you're in front of
in
customers.
person. Correct. If you present face to face and be like, hey, man, this really isn't cool.
All right, let's do it. Sounds
But
good.
and even on some of these, though, see, we have to separate the fact that they didn't submit their application, which is certainly a problem, but some of them have paid money, correct?
But
so
not
some of these-
completed.
Some some of
Those
these,
are all the ones that did not hand in an application at all.
Yeah, that was like Westfield River submitted
But-
money, but not an
that's right. So I mean,
application.
there's a distinction between those because some of them have quote unquote paid, they haven't submitted their paperwork. That
So
was,
go through
that
the
was one of the
turnovers
issues we
and
had.
tell you
So,
they
so
got
what,
paid.
which ones have paid?
well, that's what should be
But
on.
then technically, they should be added to that list then.
Why would you give money with no application?
That's what I'm saying.
But didn't they?
People are not-
Wasn't
So,
there?
so,
So you're saying none of them had paid?
No, there's no, in all of their folders, there's no applications at all for this year. I can go through old turnovers to see if they paid, but there's
Right.
no application. for that.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying though, just to see if they paid, 'cause some, it may be.
Because
How would
on
they-
this
How
bill-
would they give just money and not have no application?
Okay,
Why
so
would she
wait a
even
minute,
accept money?
because on this form here, all we have is Sunflower,
Right.
Patisserie, Grist Mill,
So
which
there's
is
more than that.
Millie's, and Edgewood, which is
So
taken
that's,
care
so
of.
she went over
wait,
that.
grist mill is Millie's?
Mhm.
No,
Oh, no,
No.
it's not,
No, because we just.
but I don't see Grist Mill on here.
I see
she
Millie's
did
on
more-
here.
no, but She
Have a-
did, Cindy went over them, Cindy went back and did look through all those, all the
And they
permits.
have their permit. Grist mill.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the why the list is expanded from what Sue's looking at the old list. That
'Cause
Jessica
Alex had
gave.
asked-
Because our original list wasn't accurate.
That's
So
right.
we were going off an original list
Right.
with
And that was short.
inaccuracies,
It was
and
a
then
shorter
she went
list. It was a
through,
lot. So Cindy went over,
and-
did it.
yeah.
Because this is broken down, establishments that owe something, and then
Right.
establishments that have not submitted applications. So the bar shop, they owe us all certificates, but did they pay?
Yes, I think they did. So that's what that's gonna
Okay,
be separate.
so-
We gotta just,
So
we gotta
that's on the list
distinguish
here.
those two things.
That's on the list here.
Do you understand that? You understand what we're trying to do here, trying to separate the two out? Because I think there have been people that have
Gonna be
paid,
something
but just haven't submitted the application.
So tomorrow I'll go through.
I will do the food
turnovers with the
inspections
list.
and I will make sure everything is good, all
Okay,
certificates
All,
and
on
permits
all
are
the
there.
brass rail says, yeah, all certificates. Do you have this?
Yeah, it's in my office.
Yeah, so you look at the two, so the difference between.
Yeah, you have the old, you have
certificates
the
and-
original,
I
So
have-
those
I
are
have it on my computer.
Incomplete applications,
or none at
Right.
all.
some of
right?
them.
Some of them.
Some of them
Some-
might have paid.
That's right. Some of them might have paid,
But
but
they
they
didn't
haven't
put their-
submitted any paperwork.
So it's still incomplete.
I agree. I'm
So
not disagreeing with
But
you.
you
that-
need to know what they owe if you're gonna go in there. Whether they owe,
But the finding criteria was based upon not paying. See,
Not paying.
that's what I'm
Right.
getting at. The regulations are the fines, the fine is if you haven't paid by a certain date. So if these people paid by a certain date, we have no, there's
They're
nothing in the
okay.
regulations for the not submitting all the paperwork, like the, not just the application, but the allergen awareness, serve safe
Yeah.
certification, things like that. You see,
Anti-choke,
that's
that's
another little problem we're
25.
working on.
that's something you gotta revamp.
Yes.
So you need to know before you go in there whether they haven't paid at
That's
all.
right. And Cindy's gonna give him that information. So
Or
he'll-
whether they need certain
he'll know ahead of
certificates.
Yeah, I'll have to go
He'll
through all
know.
the old turnovers that I have. but, yeah.
Alright.
But either way, you can go in there and ask them for their 2022.
So, because I'm
Yep.
pretty sure,
Certificates.
I'm pretty sure looking at this, Roma had paid. Because I remember this was going through,
It says.
but they
Roma-
didn't submit the paperwork.
Right, they didn't submit all the
Right, but
certificates.
it's on here, it's like they had, yeah.
This actually says at the top,
Not turned
establishments that
in
have not turned in an
application.
application. This doesn't say
Right,
anything.
but normally the application comes with the money.
That's
Yeah,
actually
so that's
pretty-
the point,
But
is
not all
how
the
did we
time.
get checks without?
Well,
application?
that's a very good question. That's a very
They
good
just come in and
question.
give us, how do they even know how much to put on
That's-
their check?
They could
without the
use last
application.
year's, I mean, I don't know, that's what you're gonna find out.
Right. Because Sin, you got this form, right? You submitted, you gave this to us, this one here.
But you got it from Jessica.
Yeah, I got that from
That
Jess.
was-
That was
Okay.
just handed to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Well, we at least have a
No.
solution. We just
No, we
need
got a nice
to,
plan. No, we got a plan. I like that.
yeah, we
Like a
just
plan.
need to find a way to implement it.
So,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I reached out to the school nurses, to the school nurse, talked with, Marcia,
Yeah, Marshall, remember?
and, I'm on the superintendent's list for emails to be notified of COVID cases. I haven't gotten anything. Yeah, and then we're getting free COVID tests, from the state. I went to DPH phone call, webinar. They just talked about COVID, monkeypox. That was pretty much it, right?
Yep. Yeah, well, that was just
Oh, yeah,
the academic piece, public health court.
yeah. Yeah, so I put in the request, I don't know, if, I was telling Tom, I put in the request for the academic public health court to help us with the webinar, or not the website, updating the pages. And we have a meeting, and I'm just wondering if you would like to attend. It's gonna be on Monday,
Zoom meeting?
a Zoom meeting, talking about what our deliverables may be.
I
I know
would
that you have
define deliverables.
what we want them to achieve for us.
Okay, and this is our town website? What
This is
website
our
is this?
Board of Health website, so they can work on COVID updates.
Given the Board
They
of
can
Health
work on-
the Board of Health website for the town of Southwick?
Yes. Yes,
Do they do the other sites for the other boards?
No,
no,
this is just
this
for
is
public
only
health.
for,
This is the
Okay.
academic
And is
public health
this-
court.
is this
These are
free of
public health
charge?
folks.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and.
It's like having an intern, to help us with that. And they can do more than that too, so that's nice. I mean, that's just one of the options. I was on the Zoom call, and they're talking about the other options. What they could do if you so choose, if they can, they're gonna try to match people with certain skill sets to look at certain things in the town. Like one of them would be, for example, what's the capacity in Southwick, and do we need to think about doing something different in terms of positions, the help assistance, besides the website. It's a good idea. We need that help too, but it could be other things that we do to the public health folks, and they're looking for projects.
Great, love it. Call them up.
Yeah.
The only thing is,
wanna
do they
it.
have access to? I'm not good with IT,
Yeah.
but they would need some sort of authority to access
yeah.
our town website to.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely,
okay,
and so
okay,
they would
great.
be,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Love
so-
it.
Yeah, okay,
All right, are you working Monday?
Yeah, what time is it at?
11,
In the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do that.
are you free?
If I'm back from Springfield.
Sure.
Send me the Zoom link.
I'll send
and
you a
If I'm
link.
back, I'll.
If
Send me
not,
it too,
you
just in
wanna-
case.
And
Maybe
I
can
would,
just.
except I have a meeting with MHOA at that
I
exact
could
time.
reschedule.
I have 11 o'clock to 12:30.
That's what we have.
Right,
Yeah.
that's a different meeting.
Now, you have ideas of how you'd like it?
Yeah, Tom and I talked, and I think it's a really good idea. I mean, this is.
I
just-
honestly won't have much input for this, to be honest. I don't
Okay.
know about technology.
Well, just like brainstorming, like, do we want to do like
Yeah, but I
a
think the
social
stuff-
media account?
What do you want? Yeah, what do you want
Like,
to?
what do you, like,
Okay.
what exactly do you want?
Yeah,
know,
what are,
and
and maybe what are towns are doing, and maybe they'll look at it and go, yeah, you have a wonderful website, you don't need our help.
Uh-huh.
Probably not likely, but it's a possibility, and then we could put them onto another project if they
Right.
look
Okay.
at it, but, it's a good start, and, we've had interns in the past. Most
Yeah, I
notably,
mean, I'll Zoom in. Like I said, I probably won't have much input, like,
But I would like to
Same
hear
thing.
what they have to say. So will you
yeah.
just send me the link, and if I'm not in a pre-scheduled meeting,
Yeah,
then I will
yeah.
make time at work to do it.
Yeah, that works. Something else about that you were talking about capacity, so in the sense that you would see comparing other towns.
yeah, in other words, a
with-
study of where does Southwick at this population? Where does it fit in?
Stands for
Where's
the
it
health
rank
department?
with other, excuse me?
For the health department, where
Yes,
are we?
in other words, are we underserved here? Are we in good shape here? In other words, kind of a report card for what we're doing, an outside objective
Evaluation,
review of
yeah.
what we're doing as our town compared to 351 towns, obviously depending on the population. So maybe looking at the towns that have similar population sets
Yeah.
is one example,
Yeah.
things like that. Say, where are they at with nursing services,
Yeah.
with health services,
Yeah.
with, website development, and where are we? So
Right.
we have deficits here.
This is for free too?
What was that?
Is this for free?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
love
this
it.
is the same
Yeah,
thing.
because so, I
This,
mean,
they
Okay.
could do
You
this
can-
too.
Oh,
This is
okay,
a-
okay, okay.
you can Google it, compare the populations.
Mhm.
They can go ahead and outreach and say, oh, we identified these health departments and this is what we've gathered so far. This is what you guys have. I mean,
Maybe
You
we
could
should
compare it that way.
reschedule so Tom can be on it too.
Yeah, it's an important one. There's an
Yeah.
important one on, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
important one that I'm on as well,
I know.
and I can't change that. We just set it up today.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I got a
same
perk,
time.
I got a perk,
Figures.
at 8:30.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, why don't we reschedule? Tom, why don't you give Alex the times that you definitely are not available,
Wanna do Tuesday?
I've been coming in Tuesdays
Tuesday.
to help them out.
there you go.
if they can do it Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll email them right now.
And if they can't, I could do it on Monday, but just wouldn't be.
I'm not available
Block.
Tuesday at all,
That's fine. That's okay.
We'll give you,
We'll,
give you
but you
full
guys,
documentation of what happened.
but still send it to Mackenzie.
and they seem like a really good organization.
Yep, they do.
And this is actually, they're actually part of the Massachusetts Health Officers Association.
That's right.
So, they're good.
Is that it?
Okay. Anything else on
Think
there?
that's-
Any questions, concerns?
Think you covered it.
Okay,
How you
so,
doing, Tom? You like this? Good setup? Yeah.
No, I'm waiting. I thought you're waiting at,
Oh,
what setup? You talking about the TVs?
no, you come in weekly, stuff like that.
The work dynamic.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I
How
love
does the
it.
board
I,
feel
I
about it?
want you more days.
Well,
Those are the reasons we got you, so we would be less days.
Right, right.
exactly.
Because for me, having two people doing health inspections and, that really is really important, so. Like, yeah. Is that something we could talk later down the road, we figure something out. Yeah. So I'll get those things done. I don't know if there's anything I'm forgetting. I feel like there's something.
so for these septic regs then, we need to post them twice. We have to have a hearing. But we have to post them for 2 consecutive weeks prior to the hearing, and the first time you post it has to be 14 days prior to the hearing. In a local newspaper, or if there's no newspaper in the city or town, we can post them in the city or town.
Is that what I sent you a while ago? Because I sent you something on that. Is that, how old was that? What
Did you
read?
send this to me 22 years ago?
Let's get
Here.
an updated one, just in case.
I think Cindy gave it to you. You gave Tom the 2 copies, right, Cindy?
I gave all of the copies to you.
And then we
I
give
think
you
that's
another.
still, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's still accurate, however. Maybe we should just double check because Alex has the 2021 public health laws. So
Right.
Again, MHOA published that, and
And-
I think that's probably very similar,
Right.
yeah, but.
And we file them with the regional and Boston offices of the DEP. Water pollution control. So what you're looking up, Alex? I know.
I'm just sending that email.
Yeah, I mean, it's no longer, it's still 100 women. Not the Division of Water Pollution Control, I believe.
Yeah, it is. It's
I
still
think
there.
it's Department of Environmental Protection.
Printed on
No,
recycled
that's
paper.
under it. That is part of it. That's just a division. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
but
reach,
this is.
I can reach out to,
This is 25 years ago.
I can reach out to
It's
people.
20, but this is 27 years ago. So maybe we just want to make sure that everything is still accurate.
Right, if there's
It
any,
is
if
a-
there's
it is
any
a-
change to DPH or something, yeah.
Right, even the dresses and stuff like that, where we send stuff, 27 years, you know, it's a while. So we can check the, eventually.
Says with respect to regulations adopted under Title V, General Laws, Chapter 11, Section 31. Is that where we have that? Yes, General Laws, Chapter 11, Section 31.
The page one?
I'm just looking at the second page, down at the bottom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Are you looking that up or are you looking up something else?
Oh, I'm not looking.
Are we
Texting my
doing
husband.
this right now, or process for holding the hearing?
Well, check on this.
Okay.
And then, the next meeting, we can set up, then we'll have a hearing and then we can post it.
Okay,
We can post it here at the town hall.
well, we can also do it at the Westfield Evening News or something like that too. We do have,
Does,
we do have papers.
do you have an account there? Or does the
Is it
account,
our buddy for Westfield News?
You know, he's not on it. Ironically, he
Peter's
hasn't
not
been,
on.
he hasn't missed a meeting in a long time.
is he Penny Saver or Westwood Union? So,
I have no idea.
The reminder.
do we, I
Yes,
forgot how, if we post something in the newspaper, does it come out of our budget? Does it? Town has a
I think it does.
budget for that?
Yeah, it does come out.
Does come out of our budget? Good thing they're short. So maybe we can post one in the newspaper 14 days ahead, and 7 days ahead, we can post down here at the, on the board.
That works.
Okay, so we just gotta check on that. And we got the minutes from the 19th. That. So what do summer vacations look like? So we make sure that, does anybody know, have summer vacation plan? You know, they won't be here during a meeting or,
I won't be here the last Thursday of this month, and then
how many Thursdays in June?
the last Thursday of July.
So you won't be here the last Thursday in
Of
July?
This month and July.
The last Thursday or the third Thursday?
The last Thursday of this month in
There's
July.
5. There's 5 Thursdays in this month.
Yeah, so I'll be gone for the 4th.
For the
Yeah.
fourth Thursday, so you'll be here for the third Thursday.
Well,
So this month, we only meet the 2nd and the 16th.
Correct.
And then our
That's
next
right.
meeting is July 7th and then July 21st.
Yep.
Great.
So which ones are you gone, Cindy?
No, I'll be here
None
for
of
all those
them.
days.
You'll be here from both, okay.
I'm not going away for a long time. I'm not going away for, other than the weekends. So
same.
I'll be, yeah. You're not going anywhere? You're not going-
No, going to New York City. No,
Mongolia?
no, not in a while.
Okay,
I wouldn't plan a trip to Germany, but, yeah, that'll be later, yeah,
Now's not the time for that.
yeah, maybe next April. Yeah, maybe go to Amsterdam, see the tulips.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have anything else?
No,
So our next meeting, you said,
The
McKinsey
16th.
was the 16th, 6 PM. And make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Sue Brask in favor.
Kenzie Kane, yes.
Okay. It's the end.
Thanks.